two nations, one long-disputed border, and years of unresolved tension. In 2025, Pakistan and Afghanistan once again found themselves locked in a deadly confrontation, not just over territory, but over trust, terror, and survival. The root of this conflict stretches back over a century to the Durand Line. This colonial-era boundary, drawn without Afghan consent, has been a source of contention ever since. Afghanistan has never fully recognized it, and as a result, the border has become a volatile flashpoint. By 2025, the relationship was already at a breaking point. Pakistan repeatedly accused Afghanistan of providing a safe haven for Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP militants, who were launching deadly attacks inside its territory. The trust between the two neighbors was eroding fast. The situation exploded on October 9, 2025. In a dramatic escalation, Pakistan launched a series of airstrikes deep inside Afghanistan. The targets were in provinces like Khost, Kabul, and Paktika, with the stated goal of eliminating TTP leader Nurwali Mest. While reports indicated the primary target survived, the strikes themselves sent shockwaves across Afghanistan, sparking immense public outrage. The response was swift and forceful. During the night of October 11th and 12th, Afghan border forces launched coordinated retaliatory attacks on multiple Pakistani military posts along the border, signaling that a line had been crossed. The immediate aftermath was chaotic and bloody. Each side presented a different story, but the grim reality was clear. Afghanistan claimed that its forces had killed 58 Pakistani soldiers, a significant blow. Pakistan, in turn, confirmed 23 of its soldiers had been killed, but asserted that its forces had neutralized over 200 militants in counter. Social media platforms were flooded with videos, some showing captured or destroyed checkpoints, fanning the flames of nationalism and animosity on both sides. The digital battlefield became just as intense as the physical one, with citizens rallying behind their respective flags and demanding justice. Beyond the military clashes, the conflict's impact was felt most acutely by ordinary people. Key trade arteries like the Torkham and Shaman borders were slammed shut. This decision brought commerce to a grinding halt, leaving thousands of trucks stranded, laden with essential goods like food and medicine. Panic set in within border towns as supplies dwindled and prices soared. The closure created a humanitarian crisis in miniature. Protests erupted as traders saw their livelihoods disappear overnight, and patients needing cross-border medical care were left in limbo. Students, families, and workers found themselves separated, their lives thrown into disarray by a conflict they had no part in. As the crisis deepened, the international community began to take notice. Global powers watched with concern as two nuclear-armed neighbors teetered on the brink of a wider war. Nations like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and China, all with strategic interests in the region's stability, quickly called for restraint and offered to mediate a peaceful resolution. But the rhetoric on the ground remained heated. Pakistan's prime minister delivered a firm message, declaring there would be no compromise on national security. Meanwhile, Afghanistan issued a stern warning. If Pakistan did not cease its cross-border operations, it would be forced to explore alternative actions. A vague but ominous threat that only heightened the tension. This wasn't the first time these neighbors had exchanged fire. Skirmishes had been a recurring feature since 2024. However, the 2025 conflict was one of the deadliest and most alarming escalations in recent memory, threatening to destabilize the entire region. The core issue runs deeper than just border disputes. It raises a fundamental question. Can two neighboring Muslim nations, bound by culture and history, find enough common ground to unite against the shared threat of terrorism? Or will the deep-seated mistrust and a painful history of grievances continue to trap them in a destructive cycle of conflict? This war isn't just about borders or bunkers, it's about identity, security, and the future of millions. As the world watches, the choice between peace and prolonged retaliation hangs in the balance. Thank you for watching. If you found this documentary informative, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more in-depth analysis of global events. Stay curious and stay informed.